Are you wondering about the best ways to teach reading comprehension strategies to your emergent readers? Well, these students are at the beginning stages of reading. But that's why it's also so important for them to grasp these important tools for reading and decoding. As your emergent readers begin to set off on the adventure of learning to decode, the Stretchy Snake strategy can help move them along. So stick around to learn how to teach Stretchy Snake successfully. Hey there, if you're new here, my name is Anna. I was a teacher for 23 years, and on this channel, I provide professional development videos to help teachers improve their craft by learning tips and strategies for rigorous and streamlined small group instruction. So if these are the types of videos that interest you, please click that subscribe button and that little bell right next to it so you can be alerted every time I put up a new video on my YouTube channel, which usually is every Sunday. So I'm so glad you decided to join me today to learn all about, who are we learning about today? Stretchy Snake. So we are going to dive into the content, and I'm going to teach you how to teach your students this comprehension strategy. So let's get right into it. So lips the fish and eagle eye are basic reading strategies that can help your little emergent readers get started with reading the books that you have for them. But Stretchy Snake really sets them on the road to decoding. So let's take a look at how to use this super spectacular strategy. If you think I'm overdoing it on the S's, you have to agree. But I've done that to make a point. So the Stretchy strategy, the Stretchy Snake strategy, these S's are going to kill me, is an important tool that's going to help your readers learn to decode by stretching out the letter sounds and blending them together to form words. We all know that the snake is the perfect symbol for stretching out and using that strategy for a stretch out strategy. Like the other reading strategies that I've mentioned in this series, you may want to use like a stuffed toy snake or an instructional mascot that you have while teaching the strategy. It's just fun sometimes to bring that type of visual aid in for your young readers. Just be sure to get like a cute and cuddly one, not a realistic or scary one. So the Stretchy Snake strategy supports the graphophonic or visual cueing system by allowing your students to stretch out the sounds that they hear as they say the letters in a word. So it's a strategy that they're going to use a lot going forward. So it's really important to be sure that your students understand how to use this strategy. Now, typically when I introduce this strategy, I will introduce it during a whole group lesson using Stretchy Snake, and I'm also using some type of big book. I always show them my strategy fan as well. When I'm teaching it in a small group guided reading group, my students always get their own strategy fans to help them as well. Another thing you can use is like a small slinky, and that will help your students visualize the whole concept of stretching them out. Sometimes I like to use a rubber band, stretching out the word and bringing it together, stretching out the word and bringing it together. So to teach this in a whole group setting, I like to choose, like I said, a big book that will have plenty of recognizable sight words and CVC words that we can very easily sound out, and maybe even one or two challenging words that we can use our three strategies that we've learned so far, which was lips the fish, eagle eye, and Stretchy Snake. So when we start out by teaching our Stretchy Snake strategy, we want to say Stretchy Snake is long and can stretch out his body. And as he stretches out his body, that can help us remember to stretch stretch out words. So that's what Stretchy Snake does. Stretchy Snake teaches us to stretch out each sound in the word that we don't know. And then you're going to ask yourself, does it look right? So what we want to do is when we're introducing Stretchy Snake, usually the best way to do that is by modeling the strategy and telling the students what the strategy is, having the students utilize their own strategy fans to just focus on Stretchy Snake. So they should have only Stretchy Snake open, because sometimes when they have the whole strategy fan open, it gets confusing. So we want to close the strategy fan and only have Stretchy Snake showing. And I'll do the same thing. So we want to only have Stretchy Snake showing. And I'll say, okay, boys and girls, let's look at our strategy fan and let me read to you what Stretchy Snake is saying. And again, I'll read it. Stretchy Snake teaches us how to stretch out each sound in a word that we don't know. And once we do that, we should ask ourselves, does it look right? Does it look right? So when you are doing this strategy with your students, you should absolutely, you could start it with, you could use word cards, you can use index cards, you can use sentence strips. I typically tend to use whiteboards. I just find them so much easier to use. So when you're teaching your students Stretchy Snake, I like to use a CVC word because I feel that those are the easiest words to use. So I might use the word top. I use this in another video. So let's use the word top. So I will have the word top on my whiteboard. So when I have that word top on my whiteboard, I'm going to say, okay, boys and girls, Stretchy Snake tells us to stretch out the sounds like a rubber band. Stretch out the sounds in the word that you hear. So let's really stretch out. Who knows what this first letter is? It's a T. Good. We want our students to interact. It's a T. Who knows what the T sound? What does the letter T make? What sound does the letter T make? T, 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 t. Let's stretch it A. T. Let's say it again. T. Say it again. T. Okay. What's this letter right here? What's this middle letter? O. Who knows what sound the short O makes? I constantly want to say that because we're teaching our students short vowel and CVC words. So I'm going to keep saying short vowel O. Who knows what the short vowel O sound makes? Ah, ah, ah. Look at your mouth. Ah, ah, ah. Say it again. Ah, ah, ah. Who knows what this letter is? P. Who knows what the sound, what sound does the letter P make? P, p. Again, don't say P. Don't say P. And if they say P, correct them. It's we want them to make the sound because P has that P-U-H sound. And that's not what we want. We want the sounds of the P. I want them, and show them, say, look, boys and girls, lips, look what my lips are doing. I don't go P because my mouth opens when I do that. P. I'm not doing that. I'm doing P. Look, my lips are just going open and close. That's the P sound. So we want to make sure we really show that to students and demonstrate what our lips look like when we're saying a sound, because it's not P, it's P. Okay? So now, boys and girls, now that we know we have T, A, P, let's take our stretching. Now, sometimes, like I said, I'll use a slinky if I have them. I usually have those little mini slinkies. They're tiny. You can get them at the dollar store. They're those little tiny slinkies. I don't have any here with me right now. Sometimes I'll use a rubber band. You can use slinkies. You could use rubber bands. Sometimes you can use those pipe cleaners. If you don't only have pipe cleaners, you could kind of like fold them up into small, like kind of like squish them down and have them stretch them out. So if you don't want to use a rubber band because you think it's dangerous, I get it. If you want to use a pipe cleaner, you could do that too. Take a pipe cleaner and just kind of shove it together in kind of like a ball, but have the two ends sticking out. And then you could have them stretch it out that way. So boys and girls, let's take your pipe cleaner or your slinky or your rubber band and let's stretch out our word. Let's stretch out this word that we have here. And I'll usually have it, standing up, or I'll have it in a pocket chart. And I'll say, okay, boys and girls, we're going to be Stretchy Snake and we're going to stretch out our word. Here we go. You ready? T, t, t. Now let's do the middle sound. Ah. Now let's do the last sound. P, p, p. Let's do it again. T, ah. P. Let's do it again. T, ah. P. And then I like to bring them together and say top. Let's do it again. T, ah. P. Top. Do it again. T, ah. P. Top. So that's how I like to do it. Again, you could do it with a rubber band, a slinky, or a pipe cleaner. And then I would do another word. I might bring another short CVC word out, like the word bug. And I'll say, okay, boys and girls, what's that first letter? B. What sound does B make? Do we say buh? No, we say b, 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 b. Just like the P. B, 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 b. We don't want to say buh, okay? B, b, G. Let's do it. B, G. Bug. Do it again. B, G. Bug. This is Stretchy Snake. This is what Stretchy Snake does. So as they are stretching out their snakes or their slinkies or their pipe cleaners, you can point to them. Let me hear you, everybody. B, G. Bug. Do it again. B, G. Bug. So we want to keep practicing with different words. Again, you could use words on a whiteboard, or you could use words on an index card or a sentence strip. So easy for you to do to demonstrate how to use the Stretchy Snake strategy. So now what you want to do is you really want to have students practice using Stretchy Snake, because now we want them to practice it not just in isolation, but we want to practice it using a book. So today I'm going to have them use the book, How I Move. This is a guided reading level A book. So, and this is from my program, Guided Readers, if you're curious. So what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to have them open up to a page in the book. I don't even have to have them open up to the first page. I could open it up to any page that I want. And what we're going to do is I'm going to say, okay, boys and girls, open up to page 2. Now, just so you know, when you're looking at this particular book, How I Move, and the lesson plan that goes along with it, my strategy instruction is, again, going to be Stretchy Snake. So I might bring this strategy instruction, again, towards the beginning. Usually when I teach Lips the Fish, and I teach Eagle Eye, and I teach Stretchy Snake, I typically introduce these strategies a little bit early on into the lesson. But again, if I've already done it whole group, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll keep it towards the middle of the lesson. It really depends on if they've already had some experience with this particular strategy or not. I kind of go along with what I've done already. So I'm going to say, okay, boys and girls, let's all look. We're going to open our book today. Our book is called How I Move. Let's all read the title together. How I Move. So who could describe what's going on in the cover? Just do a quick little preview, right? Okay, boys and girls, let's open up to page 2. So we see the little girl, and she's clearly moving. It's showing her move. Let's start our sentence, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use Stretchy Snake to help us. We're going to start, I can. Okay, now you see this word right here? Even if you know it, let's use Stretchy Snake to help us. So we're going to look at our word on our page. Might use our slinky, might use our rubber band, might use our pipe cleaner. Let's stretch it out. You ready? Run. Let's do it again. Run. Okay, let's read that sentence again. I can run. What is she doing in that picture? She's running. That's why the sentence says, I can run. So you can do this and go to another word. Now, the next word right here is the next sentence right here is I can walk. I might skip this one because walk is not a typical CVC word. So I might say to the children, I might say, boys and girls, let's go to page 4 or page 5. I want to make sure it's a CVC word that they can easily sound out, or a word that is a short vowel. So I might move to page 4 and go, let's skip over to page 4 and let's look at page 4. Notice I'm not doing each page in the book, but I want them to practice the strategy. Let's read the sentence, boys and girls, and let's use our eagle eye. Let's look at the picture. Let's see what the clues are, and let's use lips the fish to get our lips ready. We want to constantly use those strategy words over and over and over again. Okay, boys and girls, let's start the sentence. I can... Okay, look at the picture. What is she doing? She looks like she's playing hopscotch. She looks like she's hopping along. Let's get our lips ready because we're lips the fish. Let's get our lips ready to figure out how this word starts. What sound does that first letter make? So let's stretch out that word. You ready? Here we go. Hop. Do it again. Hop. Let's read the sentence, boys and girls. I can hop. So we not only used eagle eye to look at the pictures and give us clues, we also used lips the fish to get our lips ready, and we used Stretchy Snake to help us on our strategy fan to stretch that word out to figure it out. So that's how we want to use all of our strategies that we're learning. We want to use lips the fish to get our lips ready. We want to use eagle eye and look at the clues in the pictures and use our strong eagle eyesight to see what's happening in that picture to help us. And then we want to use Stretchy Snake to stretch out those words that we don't know yet. So this is how you teach the Stretchy Snake strategy. So the Stretchy Snake strategy is a basic tool that will get your students moving towards fluency, one long stretchy sound at a time. So before I go, I just want to ask you a question. Do you ever feel a little stretched too thin as you're planning your guided reading instruction, or you're unsure of what to teach or how to teach it? I can help you. Guided Readers is my new online guided reading program that provides you with everything you need for an effective and efficient guided reading group time. And for each and every one of your lessons, we have easy to implement and streamline lesson plans. We have all of the books, all of the resources that go with each book to help you really strategically, that's the word here, teach guided reading lessons. All of our books, as I mentioned before, are absolutely leveled by Fountas and Pinnell and Lexile. So we are certified partners with Fountas and Pinnell and Lexile, and all of our books are completely leveled professionally by them. So really, Guided Readers gives you everything you need to implement an effective guided reading program in your classroom. Again, done for you, standards-based lesson plans. They're easy to use, easy to implement, give you all the tools. And honestly, Guided Readers takes the guesswork out of what to teach and how to teach it. So if you are struggling with guided reading instruction, check out Guided Readers. So if you're tired of feeling that you're too stretched too thin in your literacy instruction, please check out Guided Readers and get back to loving your guided reading instruction. So listen, are you ready to ignite that passion and that spark for learning and rock your guided reading instruction? I'm here, and Guided Readers is just a click away. So check that link down in the description below for Guided Readers. Come over, check us out, register for a free account because we have tons of freebies for you to download and try out in your classroom. So you don't have to join right away if you don't want to. Register as a free user, download our freebies, and give it a try in your own classroom. And please, again, if you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Comment below. I'd love to hear your questions or your thoughts about Guided Readers or your thoughts about this video. And of course, ask me any questions that you want. I love to interact with my subscribers, and I'd love to answer your questions. So lastly, don't forget to click that subscribe button and click that little bell next to it so you never miss another video. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, and thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.